Baseball is right around the corner. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Stats and Videocast. Today we're going to have our 16th weekly update of the offseason, as we're going to be talking about some Phillies news and all around baseball news. Now, guys, before we get into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So the Phillies this week did make some minor moves. Brad Miller coming back to the Phillies. This is a great addition for the Phillies bench. I was planning on making a video yesterday talking about the Phillies bench and how I thought about, how I think it's going to pan out in 2021. Unfortunately, due to a personal issue, I had to postpone that video. I hope they get that video out next Saturday. Right now, I'm currently at the shore, the different room of the house. But once again, what a good week for the Phillies to add to their bench. Brad Miller, welcome back. Welcome back to Philadelphia. It's not official. But it seems like it's going to be very, very soon. A 1-year, $3 million contract. It seems to be like they're finalizing, moving towards a deal. So that's good. So this week, the big tractor trailer, the big semi left Citizens Bank Park with the pandemic crew behind them as they went to Clearwater, Florida, and that arrived. I would say about midweek. They arrived in Clearwater, Florida. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, on Wednesday, pitchers and catchers report to Spectrum Field in Clearwater, Florida. I cannot wait. Let's get right back to action heading into the 2021 season. So it was nice to see that big truck leave CBP and head right down to Clearwater, Florida. That was awesome. That was awesome. Awesome to see pandemic crew, represent, the Phillies fans and, be there. I think that's always great to see. And the Phillies made a little minor trade this week to clear a roster spot. The Phillies traded right-handed pitcher Juan Clancy to the St. Louis Cardinals for cash considerations. Now, this made the Didi Gregorius signing official. The Phillies officially signed shortstop Didi Gregorius to a 2-year, $28 million contract. That is now official, ladies and gentlemen. He is on our roster once again. He is a Philadelphia Philly, so welcome back to Philadelphia, Didi Gregorius. It is official, so that's a good thing. Once again, I wasn't really concerned. I was kind of curious. It turns out that they were trying to, clear a roster spot for Didi Gregorius, so it's official. And I actually messed up on my Instagram because I made a post about, Clancy getting traded to the St. Louis Cardinals, and I actually used the wrong picture. I went on there because I had no idea what he looked like, so I just, saw someone in a Padres uniform named Juan Clancy, and I actually used that picture, and it turns out it was you look like a different guy. So unfortunately, I used the wrong picture there. That was my bad, but no big deal. You always make a little bit minor mistake there. And the Phillies, ladies and gentlemen, made a big acquisition for their bullpen this week. Another thing I forgot to talk about at the beginning of the video, this is just a great move. This is just an awesome move. The Phillies signed right-handed pitcher Brandon Kinsler on a minor league contract. And I actually got a major league deal at the Miami Marlins that he actually turned down because he actually has an opportunity to make more money with the Phillies, and he will be called up to the big leagues. I'm not sure why they had to sign him to a minor league contract. He will be up in the big leagues. He's not going to be in the minors. If he is in the minors, then I'm really going to be mad at this Phillies organization because this guy has great numbers, and let me just dive into that. I love this move. This is a great move to bolster our bullpen. It really, really is. This guy was great with the Miami Marlins past season. He's had consistently good numbers the past couple of years. The ERA in the mid-2s. He's been very, very good as a career ERA, in the 3s. What a great move. What a great move here by the Phillies. And once again, I always criticize them for the cheap signings. Well, yes, this was a cheap signing, but it was a good signing. It was a good signing. What a steal. What a steal this was. Sometimes if you're cheap, it can actually, help you a little bit. What a steal here. And a big thanks to Bryce Harper for recruiting him to the Phillies. Once again, Bryce Harper really, really pushed hard the Phillies go out and sign Kinsler. So big thanks to Bryce Harper for pushing hard for that. And he actually made the 2017 All-Star game as a member of the Washington Nationals. So I guess that's how, of course, they were former teammates with the Nats. So that's how Bryce Harper knew Kinsler. And he knows he's going to help our team. So I love to see that. That's a benefit of having a guy like Bryce Harper on your team. When someone like Bryce Harper speaks up, everybody's going to listen. Everybody's going to listen. I know what he has to say. And he spoke up there. And once again, what a great move. We take a look at his stats a little bit here. In 2020, he was 2-2 with a 2.22 ERA with 24 and a third innings pitched. And he has a career ERA of 3.31. So I mean, once again, very, very good numbers. Now, most recently, we're going to go take a look at his, last full season. If you don't include the 2020 weird season, that was a 60-game shortened season. Last season with the Chicago Cubs, 3-3 with a 2.68 ERA. Once again, that was his last full season. Of course, the whole thing messed up 2020. So if you're going to go take a look at his last 162 game span season, he had a 2.68 ERA. So this guy has had consistent numbers over the past couple years. You're going to go look in 2017, he had a 3.03 ERA. If you're going to go look at 2018, you can't really look at that because it ain't pretty. 4.60 ERA. But once again, the past couple years, he's had consistently good numbers, and I think he's going to really work out in this Phillies bullpen. Once again, welcome to Philadelphia, Brandon Kinsler. Great deal here for the Phillies. Once again, it was a little bit of a cheap signing, but I'm okay with it because honestly, this is a good signing because I think, once again, this guy is consistent. I mean, he's been good the past couple of years, so welcome to Philadelphia. And once again, the Phillies with a major upgrade on the bench. Welcome back, Brand Miller. The Phillies are discussing a contract with him right now. They're trying to finalize it. A 1-year, $3 million contract to come off the Phillies bench. I mean, once again, this guy has versatility. He can play all around the diamond. I mean, I love this move. Welcome back to Philadelphia, Brad Miller. I was advocating for the Phillies to bring him back in the early stages of the offseason. And in November and December, I was really, really pushing hard for the Phillies to go out and re-sign this guy. And once again, it looks like they're coming to an agreement here. He spent the 2020 season with the St. Louis Cardinals. Got to play a lot of second base, and he did well there. He hit 7 home runs. Doesn't hit for the highest average, but I tell you what, I love his power. Once again, I love his versatility and the attributes he brings to the table. I mean, once again, he's a good bat off the bench. He's just a really good bat off the bench. And you saw Jay Bruce went out and signed a minor league contract with the New York Yankees. So once again, best of luck to Jay Bruce with the New York Yankees. I hope he does well there. I think that's where he belongs. Once again, I always bring up, I think he belongs with a American League team. He does not really belong, in the National League. He's just not a National League player. There's certain players, that thrive in certain leagues and certain type of environments. Jay Bruce is the kind of guy, you could justify him out in the field at the beginning of his career. I mean, he was never a good defender, but early in his career, you could justify him, being out in the field, out in the outfield. He never was the best defender, but now at the stage of his career, you cannot justify it anymore because his defense has taken a significant downturn. He's just, a flat-out liability out there, so you can't really justify it anymore. So I think it makes more sense to have him go, to a team like the Yankees out in America. I actually thought that he'd be a good fit maybe on the Detroit Tigers, somebody like that who, doesn't have any shot at winning. Maybe they try to get some for him at the deadline, but he ends up going to the New York Yankees. So once again, best of luck to Jay Bruce. Some other news this week. Former Philly Jake Arrieta is returning to the Chicago Cubs on a 1-year, $6 million contract. C'est la vie, Jake. C'est la vie. My goodness gracious, good riddance. Good riddance to $25 million, per year. I mean, my goodness gracious, that was a terrible contract that we signed back in March of 2018, a 3-year, $75 million contract. That was a big, big mistake. I mean, hindsight is 2020. You could always look back and say, hey, wow, that was a terrible contract. Well, coming off the 2017 season, didn't have bad numbers. I actually thought he'd probably be the ace to my rotation. I actually thought he was going to be ahead of Aaron Nola. And what a disappointment that was. Of course, he had some bone spur issues in his time in Philadelphia. He was just getting older. So Jake Arrieta is returning home to the Chicago Cubs. I think that's good for baseball. I think that's pretty cool because that's where he had most of his success. He won a World Series there. He won a Cy Young there. I like that. I think that's pretty good for baseball. Once again, he's not going to be remembered as a Philadelphia Philly. That I can tell you. Best days of his career were with the Chicago Cubs. With Cubs fans, don't think that at the slightest that Jake Arrieta is going to be that same guy. I'm sure you guys probably don't. Any smart Cubs fan would know, not to be insulting to anybody watching this video, but any smart Cubs fan would know that Jake Arrieta, you're going to be getting is not going to be the same Jake Arrieta you saw in 2015. It's just not. Or even 2016. I mean, he's just not. He's going to be injury riddled, with the bone spur issues. And I will give him credit because he pitched through some of the bone spur issues he had when he was with the Phillies. He tried to push through it. I will give him that. I will give him some credit there. But once again, what a disastrous contract. What a dramatic way to end it. He goes back to the Chicago Cubs on a 1-year, $6 million contract. Good for Jake Arrieta. I really don't care. I'm just glad he's not in the Phillies anymore. Hopefully, I love to see us maybe try to trade Vince Velasquez or something. So nice to see Jake Arrieta go back to Chicago Cubs. And so other news that broke this week. I actually did little collab. Well, I was supposed to be a collab. It ended up just being a guest appearance on somebody else's show, the Philly Sports Podcast. I appeared in his show, and it actually was supposed to be, once again, a collab. I was supposed to go on his show. He was supposed to go on my show as well. And unfortunately, with Skype, I kind of went into it. They're kind of, messing things up right now with the MP4 file. You try to download it off of there, and it's just a corrupt file. It doesn't want to export out of iMovie. There's something all messed up with it. I'm done with Skype. I'm really annoyed about it. I was going to upload the video, as I said. Can't upload it. So extremely disappointing. But anyway, while we were on there, a report came out that the Phillies were, considering giving center fielder Odubel Herrera a second chance. Herrera was arrested in May of 2019 after allegedly beating his girlfriend in Atlantic City. He was out for the rest of the 2019 season, and he missed all of 2020. And now the Phillies are considering giving Odubel Herrera a second chance. Now, he issued an apology. Once again, what he did was immorally wrong. I do not support it. I don't want anybody on my team who beats his wife or his girlfriend. I think that's happy Valentine's Day, by the way, to all you guys watching this video. But I think that's immorally wrong and it shouldn't be tolerated. But he did pay the price. Yeah, I mean, he's been out for the past 2 seasons. He's learned his lesson. He issued an apology. If he did the time. He did the time. I wouldn't mind giving him maybe a second chance. I mean, what do we got to lose here in center field? I mean, center field, as I said, I made a video about it, adjusting the center field problem. And now the discussion, I said in the video, I said, I'm not going to talk about Odubel Herrera unless we hear some news. And now we have a discussion. Now we have a discussion because a report came out, an official report came out that, the Phillies are considering giving Odubel Herrera a second chance. So I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I'm kind of indifferent if you want my opinion. I can go either way. I'm all right with it. I really am. I mean, once again, it wasn't like he got off with it and, there was no accountability. He wasn't suspended. He didn't apologize. He was being arrogant about it. He apologized. He did his time. It's time to move on. Once again, what he did was really, really wrong, but he paid the price. He's been out of baseball the past 2 years. He hasn't, played in the big leagues. So I think it's time to maybe give him a second chance. I just think it is. So Odubel Herrera possibly going to be given a second chance here. Some other news around Major League Baseball: a big trade this past week. I mean, it's not really. I think people are hyping it up more than it really is. Honestly, just a little minor trade that was made. The Boston Red Sox with the Kansas City Royals. The Red Sox traded outfielder Andrew Benintendi to the Kansas City Royals as part of a 3-team trade with the Red Sox, Royals, and Mets. So it was part of a 3-team trade. The Red Sox ship away Andrew Benintendi. They also signed Marwin Gonzalez, I believe it was a few days ago. So the Red Sox are kind of weird. They're a 500 team, I'd say. And MLB sent out their prediction, for the standings. They had the Mets in first place in the NL East. I do not agree with that. I think you're going to see the Braves. And they actually had the Braves at 80 and 82, I believe. In fourth place and the Phillies in third place. I mean, these are some wacky predictions, folks. There's no way the Braves would finish in fourth place. I mean, come on. Fourth place. Once again, I cannot stand the Braves. I'm a Phillies fan. I cannot stand the Braves. I'd love to see them finish in fourth place. If the Braves are not finishing in fourth place, and that's insulting. And I hate the Braves. I can't stand them. And that's even insulting to me. To say the Braves are going to finish in fourth place, unintelligence about the game of baseball. How can you think that the Braves are going to finish in fourth place? Fourth place? And come on. That's really pathetic. So, guys, video coming this week. I'm not sure what it's going to be about. It's going to be a discussion. Maybe a little off-season overview, or a little discussion about maybe the infield, or how we can improve in a certain area. I do plan on making that video about the Phillies bench show. I don't know if that's going to be this week. I mean, it might be Saturday or something. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link description section at Phillies House of Instagram, TikTok, our Fanatics Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, phillishouseof@gmail.com. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Luke, and I will talk to y'all later. I'll see you.